project that we're doing this time is called Bouncing Eggs. And essentially, we're going to be taking the outer shell off of an egg using vinegar. So chemistry is the study of the substances that make up the world and what happens when those substances are combined. Chemical engineering is a branch of engineering that uses chemistry to create new products and substances. Within chemistry or chemical engineering, you can make new things such as plastic and medicines.
Chemical reactions may sound like something very advanced, but they are actually much more common than you would think. A chemical reaction involves combining two or more chemicals to produce something new. In this experiment, we will be performing our own chemical reaction between an acid and a base. Acids are really easy to identify by their strong, sour taste, such as vinegar or lemon juice. Bases can also be very strong, and a great example of a base is bleach, which we use to get rid of stains and dirty laundry. Acids and bases will react when they are put together, which you will get to see when you perform this experiment.
The purpose of the eggshell is to protect the egg from being damaged. It also helps keep bacteria out while letting air and moisture in. The eggshell is semi-permeable, meaning that the eggshell allows certain things to pass through, including air and moisture.
Osmosis is defined as the movement of water from a crowded area to a less crowded area. Vinegar has a lot of water in it, so when the eggs are submerged in vinegar, the area outside of the egg is more crowded with water molecules than the inside. Because of this, vinegar moves inside the egg and it swells.
The materials required for this experiment are 2 eggs, vinegar, 2 jars or bowls, a spoon, and some measuring tape.
So to do this experiment, it has some pretty easy instructions. So the first step will be to grab your 2 jars or bowls. Then you're going to fill them both with vinegar using a spoon until they're 3/4 full. Then you're going to get 2 of the eggs and measure them with a measuring tape. You'll then put 1 egg in each of the jars or bowls and then add more vinegar into them if the egg isn't fully covered in vinegar. And then from there, you'll just keep the jars and bowls somewhere safe, and you'll let one of them sit for 1 whole day while leaving the second one to sit for 2 whole days. After each one is finished, you're going to measure each egg and observe any difference in sizes and how they've changed.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make your own bouncing egg. The instructions call for 2 eggs, but you can use 1 or 2 eggs depending whatever's easiest for you. First, you're going to take your eggs out of the fridge and measure them. Right now, my egg is 5 3/4 of an inch. Next, you're going to put your egg inside a cup and pour vinegar on it, making sure that your egg is completely covered by the vinegar. If you're using 2 eggs, you're going to repeat the same thing, except put the second egg in a separate cup. After this, you're going to let the egg sit for 1 whole day. You might want to cover the eggs with something like a small plate so that you don't have to smell the vinegar. This is what it looks like 1 day later. My egg kind of broke a little bit, so we'll see how this affected the experiment. I measured my egg, but it was still only 5 3/4 of an inch. This is probably because the egg broke though. If you're using 2 eggs, you can throw out this first egg. If you're only using 1 egg though, place it back inside the vinegar. Next, we're going to leave the egg again for another day. This is what it looks like 2 days later. I'm going to measure it again, but it looks like my egg is still 5 3/4 of an inch. This is still probably because the egg broke early on after I put it in the vinegar the first day. Now it's time to bounce my egg. So my egg didn't bounce, it just broke immediately. But that's okay. Just make sure you do this project outside because it can be messy. Or if you're doing it inside, use a surface that's easy to clean underneath.